Random readings. Oh no. Not act stupid. Okay. I don't want you to see me. They done broke one of the legs. How though? Welcome back. Money So Money is going to be presented to you and it's going to give you like, so you could be able to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. Back to the way it was. Good news. As I am, keep going. It's being processed. Can you be my friend? On purpose. Things are not what they seem. I understand. Just don't give up. Stability. Would you accept that apology? Kids, success, and one night. Oh, they said the karmics is trying to keep divine feminine and divine masculine away from each other because all they know it that it's only going to take one conversation and everything that they did is going to fall apart. The hitman fell in love with his target. So I feel like the karmic was supposed to just use divine masculine to make divine feminine jealous, but then she figured out what he could provide and that's what she needed. This is just saying that the fact that the masculine believed what these karmics said without confronting divine feminine, it's like how you gonna let them tell you about divine feminine, but when you get around her, it don't feel like that. The struggle. Trying to apologize for killing your dreams. Make them think about it. I'm sorry. This is irritating. Forgiving. Plot twist. Cancer. Which way to go and money. It's because they be playing with my stuff. It ain't easy, is it? Shut up. Especially when this stuff is broken, because they won't stop. Why is it so loose? Y'all, I'm finna get frustrated. Gonna have to buy another one. The money keep calling. Ask questions. Are you ready? But what was the reason? Secure the bag. You deserve it. And then I got a download talking about being like a house cleaner. And that's why the baby mamas of YouTube was attacking Divine Feminine, because she was talking about how, yeah, I will come over and clean y'all crib, this and the third, blah, blah, blah. And the females are like, why are you addressing him? Why are you not addressing me? Because it's like, I knew him before you were even thought about. Like, before you even came around, I was making these plans. So they're thinking, like, that's what they assume, because that's their mindset of, like, oh, you a hoe, you want to sleep with everybody, man, don't you? And it's like Divine Feminine was saying, okay, that'll be some good money, because I'll come to your house this day, I'll go to his house the next day, and I'll go to his house the next day. And it's like, if I have 5 clients a day, I can make some good money each week. And it's like, I only work a couple hours out the day, and that's good. And they assumed that Divine Feminine was talking about selling her body. And with the karmic click, with the third party situation, all this stuff like that, that's probably what they was doing, saying like, dang, but then I'm gonna be doing like 5 different dicks a day. And it's like, Divine Feminine is not talking about having sex. She's talking about cleaning houses and how she could work only like 4 hours a day and be making good bread for YouTubers. Arguments, money, attachment, are testing your state of mind, underestimated. Go. Yeah, so they thought that you was weak. And I was just watching the reader, and she said exactly what the download said. She said these weak karmics came together to try to go against Divine Feminine, because when they try to do it on their own, it don't work. So it was a group of them that didn't like Divine Feminine that teamed up to make themselves more powerful. Yeah. I think this is Divine Masculine saying the way you handled the situation. Money to be debt free. They're gonna be salty because they feel like everything that's coming to Divine Feminine, she shouldn't receive, because what they saw versus what Divine Feminine was already doing. Like, Divine Feminine put in the work for it, but they distracted her and tried to pretend like they should know, but they don't know, because they let Divine Feminine do all the work first, and then they manipulated her and distracted her and took her blessings. Tried to pass it off as their own. Keep them guessing. The real Slim Shady. Out of pocket Aquarius. Yeah, and this what that card means. Connecting with baby daddies at YouTube on a spiritual level. But these karmics try to use looks to trap these men and all this stuff like that. But eventually these men realize, like, okay, she used me, she finessed me, okay, cool, whatever. But then they take it to for entertainment purposes only. Stephen, go play. But these these karmics are trying to make divine feminine feel ugly because she like low self-esteem or whatever, because she's never, it's not that she has insecurities about herself, it's she's not conscious of like having to look in the mirror and all that stuff like that. Like, she didn't have to worry about stuff like that. Like, being on a dance team, you have to worry about your appearance. Like, she was never like, she never joined any club. Or personal speaking, one day you gonna fail, the next you gonna have success. So don't give up. Public eye, financial blessings. So I feel like somebody's gonna collaborate with Divine Feminine if you're into the YouTube scene, and that's gonna bring you exposure to the public eye. And most of the ideas that these YouTubers are, hold on, because he ain't gonna stop crying. Get a little butt to sleep. But it's over. All the attacks on Divine Feminine is over, because now people are receiving their karma. But it's always somebody that think that they could beat. Like, okay, maybe you weren't able to do it, but I bet I'm going to be able to do it. It's not about physical strength or none of that stuff. This is a spiritual warfare, which means the way that Divine Feminine thinks and the way that you think is totally different. Like, she'll beat you in that aspect. And as far as the physical, like, you might get something backfired on you that you don't want to be backfired on you. A birthday ready, morals, a Capricorn, competition for the money, that Divine Masculine. So they're saying that the karmic is not really fighting for Divine Masculine, but in his eyes, that's what he feel like she's doing. But she's really fighting for, like, okay, I could smoke every day, I could make Divine Feminine jealous, I could, you know. I got the keys. Too calm. Winner. New location. Just be you. No guidance. So the reason why Divine Feminine can't help them is because they wanted to, like, be Divine Feminine so bad. So it's like, moving forward, you have to handle the situation how Divine Feminine would handle it. And then they're saying, like, well, how would you handle it? Basically saying, what would Jesus do? But the difference between single and taken. I want to be your man. In debt to who? Money is going to... It's like a second chance to clear. You cleared your name against these karmics. Now it's time to clear. Like, just a fresh start. Like, just start over. A ring. I feel like a phone call. Scorpio, not your problem. Somebody's going to approach you and try to give you a sob story, but you're going to have to say, like, oh, that sounds like a personal problem. That's not my problem. Under the influence. Somebody got taken advantage of under the influence, but it's like, I'm not going to say that because we both participated and all that stuff like that. Money. Save money. Got the job. So I feel like the amount of money you get, you're going to want to spend and celebrate and do all that stuff, that you should save that money. And whatever other money you get is what you could spend it. So, like, if you have a job but you get this big amount, don't quit your job. Just don't do the devil's work expecting the gifts from God. So if you do the devil's work, expect some, like, whatever he gives. Don't look at Divine Feminine and be like, oh, I want that gift. Or try to take her gift. Because you don't... Anyways, protection and peace. Plan B. Under pressure. Money. So they did plan A. They got called, but they were going to come up with a plan B. Like, so before the plan B took place, they gave them all the karma at once. I'm going to just say it like that. So now, being under pressure, they can't attack divine feminine because they gotta worry about the karma. They gotta clean up their karma first. Money. Loving with a heart that is empty. Jealousy. Money. Money. Stability. Relocate. Money. Open to connect. Keep people out your business. Stay focused. In agreement. Jobs. Right, so an agreement with the baby daddies of YouTube could have been like, oh, I'll come over once a week to clean. So it's like, okay, I'll do you on Mondays. I'll do you on Tuesdays. Blah, blah, blah. And then they talking about fluent divine feminine out because they're in different locations and areas and stuff so that she could work. They celebrated too early. They thought divine feminine was going to stop coming around and that they could collect all of her blessings and she wouldn't fight for them and all that stuff like that. But because they thought divine feminine was weak. A Gemini. Dreams to reality. Be my little secret. My move. Money. Trust the process. Understanding your purpose. Money. Money. Bank account going sale. You want to play? So he just had an epiphany that divine feminine is the least toxic of all the toxicity. And the universe said you want to play because it's like we gave you a warning, we tried to tell you and all that stuff like that. And they said everybody is blaming her. Let's put her to the test and see how she responds. And once they was like, why we ain't never test her? We just believe what everybody else said and gave them her blessings. Why we ain't? But it's a new processing system, so it says Karmas got pregnant on purpose, thinking it would keep doing. Eventually, Divine is, yeah. They're starting to realize that everything that divine feminine. Oh, okay. So the baby mamas of YouTube are seeing synchronicities in the things that are being posted. Like they're going back and forth with divine feminine spiritually. And then once it comes out publicly, these masculine are like, that's similar to such and such. I wonder, da 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 da. But, eventually this masculine gets bored though. And once he gets bored, he starts realizing stuff like, dang, I used to be attracted to that. What happened? It's like a awakening. When you're on your spiritual journey and you start realizing like, dang, so they was running game on me the whole time. I'm sorry, it's not staying focused. Divine Masculine still wants divine feminine. So he could be saying the reason why he wants to link up with divine feminine is because he has to take a DNA test for the child. And she's like, oh, well, I want to go da-da-da-da. And it's like, no, you need to stay home with the baby because what's the point of you going? And it's like, is she going to be there? I don't want y'all alone. Oh, dang, this thing 20 minutes. The new you. Money. Big mamas of YouTube know that keeping divine from the way they karma. Yeah, because spiritually, it's easy to manipulate a spiritual connection, but once you're in front of that person and y'all start talking and have that spiritual, like, y'all just start being like, oh, dang, that's, they don't want that. Leaving them where they stand. It's going to confirm, and they don't know what they're going to do. Role play. I'm going to cut this.